Hello. Hi. It's been a while. I figured we'd just test audio, and if it's too loud, peaking in the red. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. If I'm a little too loud, let me know. We're just gonna keep streaming until something works out, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna go take a look at this stream and see how the audio did, see what needs to be tweaking, see what needs to be changed and everything. But this is a good opportunity for me to check a couple different things. We're testing a new webcam that should have better tracking and better, clearer picture. So the tracking should be better. There are still a couple things I have set up for tomorrow where we officially launch, but I figured I have to do a bunch of grinding in Final Fantasy XIV for these Tombstones, so I might as well stream it. Anyhow, I haven't done the raids for Endwalker yet, so I figured I'm going to try to do that. There's a lot of Final Fantasy that I haven't done yet, so we're going to try to... I have been really out of the game. I haven't played it in a good couple months. In fact, I didn't even remember that I had been subscribed to it until I saw the charge on my card. The notification emails weren't being sent to an email that I was logged into at the time, so that was fun. Anyhow, I got a lot of stuff changed. I got a huge layout change that will go into effect tomorrow, because I got a interesting schedule I'm going to be trying to set up. I'm going to try to stream a lot more. I got rid of all the stream archives off of YouTube after I realized YouTube was... Oh my goodness, the frame rate. Why is that frame rate so bad? That might just be on my end. Because I'm seeing here that it is reaching around 50 to 60 frames per second. There haven't been any frame drops. So that just might be my computer showing that little bit of frames. So they are celebrating Final Fantasy XIV's 10th year anniversary. I think it was 10th year, yeah. I joined towards the middle of Shadowbringers, and I ended up not even finishing Shadowbringers before Endwalker came out because I was just very slow on the upkeep, and given the pace that I'm going right now, I might not even finish Endwalker's post-patch updates until the next... I think it was called Dawnbreaker comes out. So I tend to take things very slow. Man, I am botching my words. It's all right. Last time I streamed, I planned on... Oh. Hey, that actually works. That's pretty cool. I set up a Discord server that's going to be used. If you're a little astute, you might be able to find it now. If not, it will be posted tomorrow morning. Let's see here. I am trying. I was considering buying. Let's see, notifications. I did consider buying... Ooh. There we go. I did try to switch over to Streamlabs, and I looked it up. I looked a little bit more into it. I realized that that's not kind of the thing for me. It's certainly convenient where it gets everything set up, but I ended up getting Stream Elements, and I still have to tinker with that a little bit, and that is a whole kind of thing I don't want to mess around with. Let's see. Do I have mount music on? System config. I should probably configure this. As you can see, it has been a while. I have the little returner's flower. Musical mounted. Graphics settings. Now, I believe there was a way to... maybe underneath other, or maybe underneath accessibility. Now, there has to be a way to change where you can change the... Come on, that laptop setting. That doesn't matter. As much as I love seeing effects going absolutely everywhere, I'd rather not. Can I just turn that off? Oh, no. I'll keep that on, though. I didn't know you could change that. Alright, maybe underneath character configuration. Ah, here it is. Character. Why was it in control settings? You think it would be underneath graphics because you're literally tweaking with graphics, but it is what it is. Party. Show limited. Show limited. And that's fine. There's actually a lot of settings in here I didn't know about. Target cycling and stuff like that. Interesting fact, this game can be played with a controller. I actually ended up having it. I downloaded it on my my Steam Deck, and it's a pretty fun thing to play on the go. Although I absolutely suck at combat. So what I end up doing is just usually just going to like the gathering areas and just gather stuff. Ends up selling the materials. That being said, last time I did that was a couple months ago, and I put them all on my retainer, and let's just say I had maybe 50,000 gil before starting last, and I logged in to find that my retainer had like 600,000 gil on them. They sold all this stuff. I guess there was a I probably with the pre-patch, a lot of people were buying out the materials I was selling. I did my part of raising the prices of the economy by buying out the smaller ones and just raising the overall general price. Some of the more rare materials. Figure that might be a good thing to do before I leave. I hear they're trying to update the entire set of graphics. So maybe in the future that Oppo will look a lot nicer. I can't wait to see. I guess I think they showed some previews. I saw something about it where they were doing some of the what's called not Shadowbringers, Stormblood dungeons with like the new lighting engine, and oh man, does it look good. All right, Derek. Now, while doing a little bit of research, I figured I could probably go do the Ethereum for the 14 Tombstones. But the way I figure is I need the gear anyway, so might as well do some raids. The only unfortunate part is that my gear is mainly set for, like, I just had the base class gear for level 89. So I might have to go buy some gear. Yeah, I'm gonna try something. I have to skip this cutscene. I'm gonna mess around with some settings. Oh. Ooh. I always liked these kind of areas. The Shadowbringers, but you know, before you bring back the night, it was always cool. I always hated playing games where like there's a day and night cycle, and the night cycle seems to always be in play, so you can't see crap. Like all these cool details and all these nice colors are completely blocked out by the night. So I always like these kind of things. The Omphalos. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't have voice acting in this section. Kind of that architecture kind of just reminds me of like Disney Hercules. I always like that where it's like a mixture of cartoony and 3D. Lots of swirls and marble. It'd be cool if they'd let you get a Charlian Scholar tattoo on your character. I think there might be an option for that. Maybe if they, I know it's like very slim, like they would never do that, but a lot of people like reference that too as like, yo, you've succeeded as a Charlian. You've graduated, I think it was. Or you've been marked as like some kind of scholar. If they referenced that, that'd be pretty neat. I figured I'm going to try to set things a little bit more basic, just in case there's any stuttering. Let's see, system configuration, let's max that out. I know I saw it. Display settings. We'll cap at 72. That should keep it in line with the stream resolution and stream frame rate. As you see on the bottom left, you have my little icon, a little guy down there. He won't ever get used very often, probably only when I'm streaming this, because, you know, can't you tell we're identical? But I have some other things planned. Like I said, there's going to be a little bit of a UI change, like some custom art that has been done for the stream. And I hope to get more custom art. I got to talk to another artist I was talking to earlier about it, so that'll be fun to look at. Definitely have to get used to craning my neck to make sure I'm in the camera. Let's see. Stay hydrated with some water. Now, some of the upgrades that I did that hopefully are noticeable is I downloaded some software for the mic that I'm using to hopefully add like a little bit of a minimum filter and some background noise cancellation. That way things like my, I have like an air filter that kind of uses like a, sorry, I'm tilting my head because I'm referencing it. I use as like this air filter is almost like a fan almost because it blows out that air right on top of me and it's just really nice. And it's quiet too, but it was always picked up along with my normal AC. So hopefully that, it doesn't look like it's being picked up, it's just my voice, because whenever I go silent, I see the bottom, the mic, flatlining. I'm excited to have some more content with Grahatia, the best Final Fantasy XIV boy. Let's be real here. Alphino, you can eat your heart out, as far as I'm concerned. Although, you know what? Estinian, my bad. Estinian's pretty good. Okay, so these are all like the symbols of the gods that you don't normally pick. Oh, you know what? I remember seeing like pictures of this, of like almost kind of like a mythological, and I thought it was part of the storyline. I didn't realize this actually might be part of the Raid series, and if that's the case, that'd be pretty cool. I've always been a fan of like Greek mythology, hence the Hercules reference earlier. I've read a lot of books around mythology. It's been a while, but back in middle school, oh man, I found that you could buy college books on the Kindle. I had an old Paperwhite, and so hold on, let me. There we go. I had a Paperwhite, and I figured out that you could buy college books on there. Not that I, ever had to use that in middle school, but I found a bunch of like college textbooks for various mythological like subsections, such as like Greek and Egyptian and like Indian, like Hindu, and I would read a lot of those. I was a big fan of the Greek ones because they were kind of like they were very story based, whereas a lot of things like Egyptian was more to explain certain phenomena and to attribute things to certain things. Like the Greek mythology is like that at the beginning, where you have gods that handle certain things. But once you've gotten past that part, you get to more stories and such, and that's what I really like. Just reading those stories. All right. So they, like I said earlier, they celebrated their 10th year anniversary for Final Fantasy XIV, and that was a really cool event. The ending was really cool. I mean, the mount you get is pretty neat, but just like it was just a really cool thing. Kind of takes you out of the entire situation, almost kind of like that fight against the developer in Nier. So I learned, and hopefully I'm trying to fix this. YouTube is a little bit buggy for me, and all the other streams that I had. The reason why I cleared them all out isn't just for a fresh start, because they were labeling this like the stream where it wasn't updating. Like my platform wasn't updating the name of the streams, so it would be something along the lines of "Enter the Gungeon," and it would show Terraria footage because it just wouldn't update from the last stream, even though I kept clicking update, just wouldn't do it. So I've ended up bookmarking our stream page here so that way I can pull up chat and everything. And I figured I will be manually changing it from now on because I don't trust it. That looks ominous. Give me 1 second. There we go. Now my camera was slowly falling down off my monitor. I just looked over and it's just like a quarter way tilted over the monitor. I'm like, oh no. I got one of those fancy cameras that track your face and everything. So I go like this. Wait, hold on. There we go. So you might not tell, but I am moving all around. Oh, you might be able to tell I'm moving, but I'm keeping mostly centered. I can also do this. Well, what I'm doing might not be as obvious with this model. I'm using a different program than what's going to be used in the future. This, like I said, this is kind of a one-off thing. Although, depending on how things go, I might stream more Final Fantasy XIV. I am very much so behind. Let me reset it. There we go. So last time I streamed, it was just kind of like a one-off where I tried to fight Van Strom Klaus, a boss that I had failed for around 3 hours the night prior, and I ended up getting, I think, the first or second attempt. And then it was kind of like, well, what do I do now? I kind of made a fool out of myself in Wintertodt, although that, to be fair, I was learning it for the first time. But now I'm at like 90 something. Ooh. I think I'm at like, I want to say 92 fire making. I really went hard on that. I'm not even halfway there. I pretty much got everything but the fire making bet. Which was, the whole reason why I wanted to do that. Oh dear. It's always funny. They say within every single RPG, you start off. Yep, you start off. Oh wow, that is not updating. With every stream, every RPG you start off like, oh, grab the cat, or water the flowers, or something like that. Something very simple, and now you're killing gods. And for the first time, you're actually kind of doing it. Can I book this in here? Just do. Oh, whoops. Let me just. I didn't know you could do that. Ignore the man behind the green screen. Let's hope I don't have to buy gear. Although it shouldn't be too expensive with the patch coming out in a couple of, well, days now. So I think we have about a week. So I really have to bunker down, get those portrait frames. So in my absence, I've actually checked out a bunch of games. I had a plan for, let's see here. Okay. I had plans for like having a set of days where I stream games that can be completed within like 2 sessions. So I'll see something like Undertale or something like that. At least Undertale if you're me. The way I play Undertale is I've beaten it around, I want to say like 10, 12 times. Both pacifist and, genocide. So me going through and just doing like a more of a show off because, you can't really get genuine reactions if you're not playing for the first time. So having and I have not been able to sleep, but finding games that you could only beat in 2 sessions is kind of like a relatively hard thing to do. It's like your RPGs are pretty much off the table, like 90% of the time. You have a lot of games where you can't make progress in large spurts, and within 2 days, like any kind of roguelike. I mean, you look at the the amount of time somebody takes just to do a roguelike, even just beating it once can take hours, depending on how skilled you are. And let's be real here, my skill level is plummeting. I used to be great at Isaac, but nowadays it's nowadays I'm pretty out of touch. So then, I mean, in anything really made after like Game Boy era, not even, depending on what you're looking at, will take longer than 2 sessions. So you're really kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Pokemon you could probably do, like any of the Game Boy or DS Pokemons. Speaking of, I have considered doing the Pokemon Infinite Fusion. That was a consideration. Maybe I'll put it up to a poll once I decide what's going to happen next. How did I switch between that? Was it? Yeah, that was the button. Okay. It looks like my, I chose a very unfortunate reset button for my, I was wondering what that little icon on the top left, or top right, it's a little walk icon. I never knew they had that. I could have sworn I've switched to walking before for like various events and stuff that we've held at our free company, but I don't remember that little icon being there. Bro, you were stuck in a tower for literally hundreds of years, and you're like, oh, I want to go study more. Well, I mean, I don't blame you, but it's crazy that, like, them going out to study in this game is the equivalent of like, a Dragon Ball Z character, or like, I'm training, or like a Bleach character. It's like, yeah, we're gonna train to get rid of our problem, but like, oh. They couldn't have had books written about all of the stuff that is just now coming to light that nobody knew about. Like, well, we found some ancient archives. It's like, what? The Garlean Empire wasn't formed, like, it was only formed a couple of generations ago. And only now, like, did they try to go to the moon and a bunch of other things on the moon happen. How are you finding ancient texts to describe what's going on there? I figured that might have happened, or would have been the case. Alright, let's see here. What was the item level requirement? 565. What are we standing at? Let's see. Oh, I'm really close. Oh, right here. I was looking in completely the wrong area. We are a machinist. Ooh, that's expensive. What level are you? It's been a while since I've looked at the stat screen. You know what? Go. What's a little bit of gold spent, and we might as well pop ourselves in the queue. This could take a little while. Oh, it's only a 5-minute wait. I was expecting it to be much longer, but then again, it's probably a lot better than the main story queue. Temple Night Piece. Alright, cool. Junkmonger. So I might as well, while we're waiting, just talk around with some of this stuff that we have. Let's see, social, housing, indoor furnishings. Oh, there's my storage mode looking. There's not too much stuff in my storage. I do dislike... Oh. I do very much so dislike the fact that if you want to leave your guild hall, you have to dismantle your room. And to dismantle your room, you have to remove all their stuff in it, and you can't put it in your storeroom. I think that is the worst ever. There are just some weird, like, restrictions. Let's do what achievements we have. I really do need to change my little icon. It's been a while, and before the stream started, I ended up having to set up all my hotkeys, so... So usually I play the tank role, if I had to say. I try to keep one of each class up to 90. I mean, the only reason why I have two of the healing classes is because the Scholar and Summoner kind of level together. But, tanking is usually my kind of thing. It has been so long. I kind of like the Coliseum vibes we got here. The hammers. I'm just going to stick with the other players. Alright. I see. I do not see. How does this mechanic work? What am I missing here? Oh, come on. So the hammer's not the platform. That's actually a really cool mechanic. A clever use of the ground. It's kind of hard to focus on commentary when you're just trying to see what's going on. It's been so long since I've actually done a raid. A lot of the mechanics and just like general signs to look for are completely absent. That was an easy, more obvious one. Let's see what kind of loot drops. Oh boy. I remember I got ninja up to the last like level 90. I was so disappointed in like the level 90 upgrade. I literally just dropped the class. Oh, we got like a eagle friend. So what is his thing? So I use like a mixture of like pointing and hitting abilities. I wonder if Wildfire actually like caps out. So that's a mechanic right here. That it's like it's very clear what's going on. I guess I feel like a lot of the bosses in this game resort to a sleight of hand, especially when you don't have these little icons that tell you where they're gonna hit. Or it's like, okay, we're gonna show you a really flashy effect, but while they're showing the flashy effect, we're gonna have the boss like slightly move his axe so it's in a certain way, and if you're not paying attention to what position that axe is in, you're kind of screwed because it's just gonna whack you. Let's send out the queen. I can promise that tomorrow's content and what's going to be the usual going forward is going to be a lot more entertaining than me just hyper focused on a boss. And actually, I think I got a pretty interesting schedule for next week. I got everything prepared in advance. Ooh. I kind of like that. That's an interesting use of the hand itself. Okay. That's interesting. How do you tell which, like, because they didn't glow. Maybe it was based off the hand he was using. After this fight, I'm going to show off some of my glamour. Alright. Bam, and... let's dismantle you. That's a new skill. Unless I just never noticed it. And if I just noticed it, then that's something because I've never used it before. Going through all my expansions and stuff. As according to this, it was given out at level 62. But hey, if they want to put more use and utility on mechanics, I'm fine with that. I've been thinking about trying to pick up a new melee class. I want to try something. The monk just seems annoying. As fun as positionals are and everything, having an entire class based around them is a little bit iffy, if you ask me. Is this the oh, you know what? I've seen some people with this like gear on, the one with like the giant circle on their backs. It looks so cool. Oh, are you serious? Maybe we should try the samurai. That'd be pretty fun. I heard the samurai's pretty great. But that's for another time. You know, a time where I'm not so priced or oppressed for these tombstones. Let's see, how long have we been in here? I wish that counter counted up over here, or had like a, you know, blank out of blank. Having like a 40-minute out of, you know, 2 hours would be a lot more preferable, so you could say, hey, you know, because like right now I can't remember what the default number was. Like if I knew like the default number was like 130, I'm like, oh, we've been in here for, you know, 24 minutes, almost 20, you know, 25. Alright, 2 more bosses. We mash the two buttons. Sending out the buzzsaws, which I keep forgetting to do. So every once in a while, the animation for the for the gunslinger has your character jump in the air. Like I'm gonna show you right here. It's right here. I like jumping on top of that because it makes it look like you're just double jumping off the air. It's a little fun thing to do. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I saw somebody running towards it. I'm like, oh, are we supposed to like divide the forces amongst them? Because, you know, there's a couple boss fights that do that. Let's get back to the party. Can you imagine a party with just all summoners? That giant stone dude that you see every once in a while, that's the summoner doing it. That and then that green person right here. That's all the summoner. That's just one of them. And I don't think changing your ability visibility changes the fact that it brings it up. I have made a mistake. I gotta readjust. Oh. One of the things I made to reduce background noise is I changed the wheels on my chair to be rollerblade wheels. Like roller casters, and oh man, is it great, but every once in a while when you're trying to back up or something, you end up way across the room. What am I looking at? Ah, leg itches. Arm's length. Okay, arm's length didn't do anything. Interesting mechanic. Oh, I see how it works. So it was the order of operations. So arm's length wouldn't have done anything anyway. I think I prefer Summoner. I mean, I miss the old Summoner, and I know it's like not a controversial thing to say, but just think Summoner is like easy. I feel like, yeah, if you're looking at it from the base, yeah, it's a little easy. Let's be real here. But if you there's a little bit of nuance to it, like the red guy you summon, Ifrit. His abilities take longer to cast but do more damage. But the Garuda has instant casts and short cooldown period, but it does less damage, so you might want to use that when you're trying to move around. So that's where this theme is coming. This is a banger. I'm gonna turn this up and I'm gonna mute myself. I'm not gonna be able to provide commentary for this. This is a cool little. I think somebody with this, like the Sentai Ranger set over there. Oh, I see what he's doing. That's great. I like this boss. That was so cool. Like, the quality of bosses is just, in this game, it just blows me away. And there's so much I haven't experienced yet. Like, the only reason I've really done was, I did some of, like, the FFXIV raids. Let's hope that's a theme song that I can get from the 10th ever. I'll give it to you. Did I not get any of this stuff? Let's try that. Nope. Don't have need of that. Oh, well, I got a wind-up toy. I mean, that's not bad. That was a pretty good boss fight. So I'm guessing we like fight the other 12. Let's see, how many did we fight there? Like 3 or 4. So the other 8. Yeah, I knew it was 4. Now, fighting some of these bosses. Would this be technically 5? Because like there's the Neldthal, like 2 people, you know, the balance and stuff. But it's cool fighting a like you go through a lot of the game, you find things that are named after like the god, like the 12 gods, and fighting them is pretty cool. That kind of clicked with me while we were in that last fight. That was a great scene that they were just describing. Sorry, I wasn't my dog. I've been chewing on ice here. Let's see. It's weird. Everything after a Roman War when it comes to raids, it almost acts like an anime movie, where it's like they have large like lore implications, but they're never addressed in the main story. And if they are, hold on, let me sync that. If they are, it's like they tell you what it is, but like very rarely. You of course need to see the tower because you need to know who a lot of the characters are from the tower quest line. But apart from that, sorry, chewing on that ice that I had in this glass of water, I just downed it. Pretty large glass. That was a fun fight. I didn't get any gear out of it. I think I'll probably end the stream there. But that being said, the only reason I want to end it here because I want to close it off and go over the footage and kind of just review what's going on with it. Figured if I need to tweak around with the mic, I hate hearing my voice. Ugh. Yeah, I'll suffer through it. But thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Keep your eyes out. Starting tomorrow, the streams get real. We're gonna do some. I figured we could probably tell you. I doubt anybody's really paying too much attention, but we're gonna do some man versus machine, some galvanized gauntlet for charity. So I'll be doing that and seeing how that goes. I'll also post a link to the charity, just so that if anybody wants to donate and get themselves a little badge, they can do that. I put around like $30 towards it, but it's a nice thing. And a lot of custom maps and things, so you can keep an eye peeled up for that. But we'll go from there. How's that sound? Alrighty, well, hope everybody has a wonderful day, and Top Notch is out.